Well, it would seem that going outside over here is the way to go. So let's see what we can find in the outside.
Sir, scouts have reported seeing a powerful demon. Its danger level has been classified as Code Red.
Understood. I'll notify the Abbey we have a Code Red demon in our midst. Send out an emergency alert to the neighboring areas.
Right.
With wild demons this close to the capital, the Abbey must have had its hands full.
Eisen, what did he mean by a Code Red demon?
It's like a most wanted list for demons. From the latest I've heard, there's around 10 such demons across the territories.
Oh, they sound pretty tough.
That would be putting it lightly. Suffice it to say, you wouldn't want to face one unprepared.
Then we'd best be prepared.
Let's get going. While we're wasting time here, the Abbey is digging in.
Demons designated as Code Red by the Abbey can be found roaming the territories. What if instead of fighting them, we recruited them for our efforts? Common enemy? Code Red demons are exceptionally strong. It's recommended you only engage them when you're sufficiently prepared.
You said you heard about Ifrit on the prison island, right?
I heard an exorcist legate named Melchior took him away. I don't know anything beyond that.
Neither do I. What about you, Magilu?
Word is he was taken away about a year ago. Caused quite a stir, if I remember right. Everything about him was kept a tight secret. No one even knew what cell he was in.
Ifrit is an ordinary human, right?
Yeah. He doesn't have the abilities of an exorcist. And he isn't a demon either.
Weird. I mean, if they were just trying to bust up his gang, why capture him but leave the crew free?
If not his gang, what business does the Abbey have with him then?
We've cast our nets wide and can't come up with any explanation. We'll free him, though. His place is on the sea with us.
And you're convinced he's still alive?
They wouldn't have any problems killing a pirate who caused them trouble.
If the Abbey took him alive and for questioning, it means he has something they really want.
But he isn't the type to change his ways or bend his knee on anyone's orders.
He holds his own tiller.
Precisely.
Interesting. If we could recruit him, he'd be the only normal human in the entire party.
Why did you come back to us?
I could tell you all missed me something awful.
We didn't. At all.
And what about your search for this traitor?
He slipped away yet again. I've no clue where he ran off to.
You're a witch. Can't you use a spell or something?
My spellcraft works kind of like a three-legged race. It simply requires my backstabbing, slippery accomplice.
Like a con artist needs an accomplice.
I am not a con artist.
I'm not going to help you find your traitor, you know.
How cold! Such an icy stare could freeze fire!
And you don't have anyone else?
Well, no.
Do you have a home to return to?
Nope.
Do you know a trade other than magic?
Nope.
What is it, Laphicet?
Magilu's story made my chest feel funny. And my nose is runny.
The witch has no friends, no home, and no purpose. I think what you're feeling is pity.
Pity?
It's when you feel sorrow for someone else.
I pity Magilu.
Oh, come on!
You never read about emotions in a book somewhere? Surely. Encounters and battles. When you initiate battle by making contact with an enemy field from behind, you will begin an advantageous encounter, where you will start with 1 extra soul, and enemies will start with less hit points, so we want to attack them from behind. However, if the enemy hits you from behind, they'll be forced to fight a back attack encounter where you have the disadvantage and start with 1 fewer soul, which would totally blow. Let's not do that. Contacting 2 or more enemies at the same time will initiate perilous encounter when the enemy levels increases. Hit point restoration is reduced to 1/4. Fleeing takes 4 times as long. Enemy reinforcements will join the battle. Enemies will attack more frequently. So all of them. While these fights can be risky, they offer greater item drops and more grade. Interesting. I thought it might have been one of those effects, but it sounds like it's all of them. Even your healing is reduced.
Onward to Loegres.
Wait, you're coming too?
That borders on severe to actually also reduce your healing on top of everything else. Alright, sure. Still kind of want to do it. I think in Festeria, I don't think necessarily any special effects happen, but it would just stack all of the enemies into one fight, which was the intended effect. So I was like, yeah, big fight. This would be more time effective than just fighting like 2 dudes at once per fight over and over again. So many collectibles. I can't help it. I want them. Although they're harder to see now because it's on a glowy background. Is that something that she can use? Nope, she doesn't have a new chest piece that would actually give her a new skill. At this point, the stat bonuses of individual items don't seem particularly important because my characters are still holding their own just fine. So my priority is just anything that's going to give them a permanent boost. I can't pick that up. So I'm going for mastering as many things as fast as possible across my characters and switching out them when I get the opportunity. But the store in town didn't seem to sell anything that I could use for that particular slot on the main character. Unless I was misinterpreting something. They seem to only sell chess pieces for everybody except for her, basically. Well, isn't this place looking crowded? Ooh! Oh, he caught me. Wasn't sure if that would happen, honestly. Well, immediately I've got a bonus soul, so that... the negative effects more or less diminished immediately. Is this enough punishment? Oh yeah, he's in trouble now. Not gonna survive that. Alright, next. Oh, how you doing? There we go.
Unarmed? Hardly. These are deadly weapons.
What'll it take to make you go all out?
At the beginning of each battle, each character regains an amount of BG based on the total number of stars gained through repeated art usage across all of the character's arts. This provides an incentive to use every art available. By gaining proficiency with all the character's arts, you can recover upwards of 1 BG every battle. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, yeah. Advantageous encounters, double BG restoration, while back-to-back encounters nullified entirely. I grabbed the chest back, I think so, yeah. No, bad snake. Bad snake. Down the highway to Loegres. Not really sure which way is which. Let's try... there's a road here. Is there a road the other way? There's a road in both directions. Guess we'll find out. Oh, well, it's adding to the map. Oh yeah, my goal is down there. We'll probably find our way...
Wow. Those walls. They're so huge.
That's Loegres, the capital of the Empire. They keep demons out by enclosing the city within a great wall.
Humanity has achieved great things on the backs of slave Malakim.
Why the surprise, Laphicet? You've been here before, right?
I have. But back then, I was not who I am now.
I see. Tethered Malakim aren't even allowed the freedom to observe their surroundings.
We'll soon lose such freedom ourselves.
Huh?
We've reached the heart of the Empire, and of the Abbey. Soldiers and exorcists are stationed all around. This is no place for a collection of villains like us.
I'm not looking for a place. All I need to find is Artorias. That's it.
It's crazy how her revenge mission to just go kill Artorias for revenge for Laphicet has led to such a large number of party members following her around that don't seem to particularly care about her goal, but are surprisingly down for following her into danger. Ooh, a Tails coin. No, Wolf, stop! Quickly, start a cutscene.
An inspection.
They won't inspect everyone. Just act natural.
Your face is all stiff.
I know.
It's called anime.
You, in the black coat. Show me your documentation. Well? Your travel permit from the Abbey? Where is it?
Foolish girl. How many times have I told you? A magician's apprentice must wear a pleasant grin.
Magician?
Verily, I present to you the traveling troupe of mischievous misfits known across the land as Magilou's Menagerie.
Entertainment for the ceremony?
Why, yes, indeed we are, my dear. Please pardon my uncouth apprentice. Girl, allay the good man's fears and show him the dove trick you've spent all these weeks on. Go to...
Oh, sorry, mistress. I forgot to prepare.
You pathetic little shirker! A proper performer is perpetually prepared!
It's fine. Doves flying around would be a nuisance.
No, this will not do. If you cannot summon a dove, then act like one. Act like a dove.
Coo.
Remember, Magilou's Menagerie manufactures mirth. That was just a small sample for the good citizenry of Loegres.
Hey, you can't advertise here! Move along!
As you say.
That was a fine ploy, Magilou.
Well, don't expect tricks like that every day. Coo. Oh, that murderous gaze! Coo.
Those doves were amazing.
Just a crude trick. If anything, it just shows the capital's defenses are pathetic.
More like it shows how much confidence they have in those defenses. How many soldiers are here, Laphicette?
The number of exorcists in the capital? At least 1,000. And 2 divisions of guards.
I'd expect no less from the capital. They're not careless. They're covered.
We need transit documents.
See how the citizens smile? To think they were fleeing from demons just a few years ago.
To hold an observance of this scale shows just how much peace their power has brought.
A piece paid for with Laffy's.
Velvet?
Well, we're in Loegres, and as such... I almost said velvet. As such, Magilou's grand scheme and strategy that's got her this far is revealed. If someone's about to be mad at you for a reason that's going to get you in trouble, like real trouble, make them mad for different reasons. We were about to get caught for not having papers, but then she just got them mad at her for advertising, and that's way easier to get away with. It's like now they're so busy with that chastisement, they forgot the original topic of like actually confirming whether or not she's allowed to even be here. What the heck? Oh, that's just some soldier. I thought that was some sort of crazy demon for a second there. I want to thank you for watching over me all the time. You're quite welcome. Seeing you healthy and happy makes it all worth it. This is good. This is all going to be doing a number on Velvet, isn't it? Got to reconcile the fact that everyone's happy.
Right now, Prince Percival is the one ruling Midgand. He's the crown prince.
The crown prince? What happened to the king?
The king is in good health, but he's decided to withdraw from public life and leave the kingdom to Prince Percival. He declared that a new way of thinking was needed to save the world from this crisis.
This king sounds like quite the guy.
Prince Percival is incredible too. He's following in the footsteps of the king by working hand in hand with Lord Artorias and the Abbey. As long as we have Lord Artorias and Prince Percival, the future of Midgand is bright. Ask anyone.
Got it. So all of Midgand is on Artorias' side.
Can't help but wonder if that new way of thinking was directly tied to, say, child sacrifices. You know, that bit of fun.
The Abbey's job is getting harder and harder. We've all got to give them our full support.
Let's backtrack a bit. Just what sort of organization is this Abbey?
You're kidding me. How do you not even know that?
The Abbey is part of Midgand's Church of the Empyreans. Originally, it was an order of paladins and warrior priests devoted to exorcising evil.
Yeah, The Abbey's official name is the Exorcist Abbey of the Church of Midgand. Nowadays, its members are all called exorcists.
I'm impressed. You've done your research.
So basically, they're just one branch of the church, right? For a side branch, they don't really strike me as humble.
Of course not. The High Priest entrusted all his power to the Abbey's leader, Lord Artorias. He's effectively retired.
So the Abbey's leader is at the top of the entire church.
That's not all. The prince also gave Lord Artorias authority over all military and government affairs during the crisis.
Lord Artorias commands Midgand now, and has formed a new theocracy to combat the demon blight.
And that is the origin of the Holy Midgand Empire. The Abbey is its foundation, and its ray of hope.
Wow, okay, got it. The Abbey's a big deal.
So JRPGs often have a twist midway through the story where the structure or goal gets twisted around and becomes something different all of a sudden than what you set out for in the beginning. And I'm wondering if maybe in this game's case it might be that you have this big build-up for taking out Artorias, but then maybe you actually do take out Artorias surprisingly early. And then suddenly your goal is changed because something else rises from the fact that you did that. Not much else going on around here. Steal the plants, eat them all, they give you stat bonuses. I just assume all plants give you stat bonuses now. That is the... Wait, is this the way I came in? It's not, is it? I came in through the top door, I think. Yeah, that's the highway. Okay. That would be one way, that would be one way to wrinkle things, would be to have the surprise reveal of just accomplishing your goal surprisingly early in the game and then having it recontextualized. A Fable game comes to mind, mostly. Might as well update when we get it. Got some travelers. Oh, military display or just marches? If you excuse me, there's a minor number of collectibles over here, and I must make a serious detour in order to acquire them. Got a puppy. Oh, what's this? Almost walked past something. Here we go.
Mommy, when's the prince gonna talk? The exorcists are coming too, right?
I'm sure they will, dear. People are saying it's going to be a very important announcement about the Abbey.
I want to see the exorcists! We need to thank them for saving us from the demons!
You're right. We all have to show them our gratitude and help them however we can.
Yeah! I'll follow the rules, too. I won't be selfish.
They sure are popular.
Because these people don't know the truth.
You think that's so? That the exorcists are fighting the demons they themselves cannot. That's why the people support the exorcists.
Maybe if you want... I mean, your own party doesn't know the truth. Maybe that's not a good idea, Velvet? Maybe you should tell them why you're doing this, since you've neglected to so far? Your party is just as ignorant as everyone in this town as to the darkness you've witnessed.
Listen to those cheers. The royals sure have these folks in line.
Subjects, may I have your attention? It is I, Percival Asgard, Crown Prince of the Midgand Empire. His Majesty, my father, and I are pleased to celebrate with you on this auspicious day.
The ceremony started.
It'll be impossible to slip in now.
After the opening, 10 years ago, our kingdom faced an existential threat, both from demons and the terrible spread of demon light. However, one man raised a miraculous sword and stood so that the body and soul of the land
over there
would not be
you
lost.
You can climb up if you want, but attacking now would be suicide.
And the name of that man was Artorias Coldbrand!
Artorias!
Suicide it is, then.
None here, I trust, are unfamiliar with Artorias' noble act. To bring us salvation from demons, he sacrificed everything.
But he's a murderer.
He called Lord Inomata one of the 5 Empyreans and blessed us with the strength of the Malakith.
But he's a murderer!
Velvet!
He serves as a shining beacon of reason in this world of turmoil. And reason is what binds us.
But you killed him! You took everything that I loved!
So raise your voices in praise to Artorius' devoted work, to the Savior who purifies evil and guides our flock. Let us call him our shepherd. Shepherd Artorius, Shepherd Artorius, Shepherd Artorius, Shepherd Artorius, Shepherd Artorius.
Even though the world was filled with suffering, I had to ask something tremendous of you all. I entrusted you to endure the pains of reason. I asked you to bind yourselves with shackles of your own will. For the only blade that can expel calamity is one forged from unshaking reason and the iron will to do what must be done. And now that very blade stands ready before all of us today. I offer my body and my life in service to the people of this great land. With the blessings of the Empyrean Inomata, I will guide you to a world without calamity. And this world's suffering will be nothing but a distant memory!
You're the one who murdered.
Fool, he'll see us.
You're the one who killed Laphicet.
What?
The Shepherd Artorius. That's who you're after?
Oh, and here I was hoping you'd just straight up pounce on him.
That would be certain death. No. I need a sword of reason and will. That's the only thing that can kill him.
Killing Lord Artorius.
Playing it safe? Boring! Regrettably, it is at this juncture we go our separate ways. I've got a bit of hunting to do.
No one's stopping you.
Goodbye.
Farewell! May your days be fruitful and your nights tormented!
If our enemy's calling himself a shepherd, he won't be going into hiding. Let's take this slowly.
The old man behind him. Melchior, I take it?
Yeah.
Let's gather information on these people. If we know what they're planning, we can find a weakness.
They're the most powerful men in the land. If we're going to look into them, we need a lead first.
Eisen, do you have any underworld contacts in the capital itself? Like your friend at the port?
I don't go inland much, I'm afraid. But Eifried has close ties to a shadow guild. A tavern in the city, run by an old man called Baskerville, serves as a front for them.
A shadow guild? Those sorts of things actually exist?
That settles it. Let's head to that tavern. They'll have food, I'm sure.
Why not?
Interesting. Not even a little bit of a protest.
My stomach made a weird noise.
That's another sign that you're alive.
The exorcists sure were out in full force to see the shepherd's inauguration, weren't they?
What about that guy you're after? Was he there?
What, and have to stand around looking all proper? Nah, that's not his style.
But I thought he was one of the top exorcists.
That wouldn't matter to him.
Huh. All right.
Actually, Velvet, speaking of the shepherd, I noticed he wasn't using his right arm. Was he hurt or something?
Yeah, he was badly wounded a long time ago. He lost the use of his sword arm.
That's what I figured.
But don't get the wrong idea. He's still a master swordsman with his left arm.
I can tell that from the way he moves. His movements are steady and measured, and his chi is centered below his navel.
Huh? Why does that matter?
Some people say that all the body's spiritual energy gathers in a place about 2 finger widths below the navel.
Even when he appears to be in a state of total peace, his guard is never down. He's a formidable adversary. And I think I know why my target has placed himself at Artorias' side. Because now I want to take Artorias down too.
The opposite of protest, although I wasn't expecting any protest from him, because he's just happy to go fighting things and pay his debts and move on. But no chastisement from Eisen for the suicide mission that his luck is sure to destroy. That was a bit of a surprise. So finding this tavern probably involves going to the other chunk of map that we have not yet visited, around the corner somewhere. Let's see, should I check up here? I never went here on foot, just during the cutscene. They might have stashed something up here. Nope. Bling. And you. Thank you. That's it, though. Ah, her scarring is gone. That was a hell of a climb. Oh, I missed one. Easily, apparently. At first I thought she was just gonna fall because it seemed like only her claw hand would be good for climbing in that kind of situation. So I'm like, oh, you didn't think this through very well. But then she seemed to be able to start climbing anyway, which was a surprise. And she just made her way up there with her bare hand alternating with the claw hand. Didn't think it would quite work that way. So the staircase is in itself a loading screen. Just a quick transition. I imagine it's a quick load probably because it's only actually showing it. Since we can see up there, I think the 3D model is still loaded. I think it's just that it swaps out all the individual characters that are everywhere.
Savior of mankind who guides us through the darkness. What an appropriate title for Lord Artorias. I believe in him. As long as we have Shepherd Artorias, we'll make it through this era of disaster.
Shepherd Artorias?
How pompous can you get?
Artorias has already seized control of all religious and secular power in Midgand. But now that he's taken on this new title, he's no longer just an authority figure. He's become the very hope of the masses.
A dangerous opponent indeed.
After seeing that, will you still fight him?
Of course I will. He could be a god for all I care. I'll have my vengeance. No matter what.
Fitting enough choice of dialogue since many JRPGs end with you basically killing God. That's usually where the escalation inevitably leads us. So many items everywhere. And our expedition's done again. It happens a lot. Okay.
Take a look at this.
This is our third expedition, because one of them happened when I started this episode, right before I started it. And I sent them on another one. New area, DML Islands. Let's go check that out then, right? Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Require level 2. Never mind.
Scout ship setting sail.
Have fun. So I can confirm that it's based on real time, because between this episode and the previous one, I stopped for a bit, and they were instantly back. Even though I think sending them on the expedition was the last thing I did before stopping last time. So if you wait half an hour, or if you're on a console, you can probably set the clock forward a half an hour on your PlayStation 4 or whatever, and you'd probably be able to exploit that and quickly level up that in a way that's faster than they intend. 95. Okay, those go up fast. Got a cat's. We got a top hat. Look at that. Oh, isn't that adorable? Oh, you can't stack anymore because those are both 1.5 point things. There you go, Master Samurai. Oh, doesn't work with that hair. There you go. That actually does kind of work. I'm not going to, though. Bye, you little nightmare. Nope, that door doesn't work. Alright, gonna have to head back down. Yep.